Welcome back to Autism at Home, brought to you by us at Early Autism Project Malaysia through our non-profit initiative, The Hope Project. My name is Jochebet Isaacs, and we will be celebrating 5 years of Autism at Home as we launch this series. And we just want to say thank you so much for all of your support. This is officially our 30th unit on Autism at Home, and it's all about puberty. This series will include topics such as communicating to your child about puberty, wearing a bra, periods or menstruation, using deodorant, shaving, concepts of public versus private, safety with others, including personal space and circle of people, as well as online safety. Now, the reality is that everyone experiences puberty. It is the natural biological process of physical and hormonal changes that take place as children grow into adults. And according to the National Library of Medicine, this transition from childhood to adulthood can happen between the ages of 8 to 13 for girls and 9 to 14 for boys. And even when it comes to children on the spectrum, physical changes and development tend to take place at the same rate as typically developing children. And as with all children going through puberty, they too will need support to help them understand the changes happening in their bodies, and parents too may feel a little bit uncertain about how to explain and guide their children through this time. And so, first things first is communication, communication, communication. As always, we have to remember that autism is a spectrum, and while some children have the ability to verbally communicate and understand, there are about 30% on the autism spectrum who are non-verbal. Therefore, we would still recommend using visuals to communicate, specifically through social stories and the use of visual schedules, calendars, and the list goes on. Through simple stories similar to Carol Gray's social stories, the author of Taking Care of Myself, a hygiene, puberty, and personal curriculum for young people with autism, written by Mary Rovell, teaches caregivers exactly what to say and what not to say, and shows how you can create helpful stories of your own. The book covers topics such as hygiene, modesty, body growth and development, menstruation, touching, personal safety, and more. An All About Me book can be a helpful way for your child to see how their bodies can change as they grow up. This book is customized according to your child by incorporating photos of your child in the present and when they were younger. Then, to show the growth and changes, it would be helpful to include photos of parents or siblings at different ages so that they can see that it happens to everyone. Alternatively, you can also use drawings to illustrate the changes to the body at different stages. And as you speak to your child, you can label the different parts of the body and highlight the changes to the body. Due to the sensitivity and privacy of the topic of puberty, we would recommend for a trusted adult of the family, preferably parents themselves, to conduct the teaching. It may be difficult to start a conversation about body changes with your child, and so the Parent's Guide to Puberty and Adolescence for Children with Autism by Autism Speaks has a script to help get you started, which you can modify according to your child's maturity and verbal skills. According to raisingchildren.net.au, an Australian parenting website, when it comes to girls, the physical changes include breast development, which is often the first sign that your child is starting to experience puberty. Your child can start to wear a bra. Training or sports bras may be a more comfortable option. Secondly, a growth spurt. Your child's body parts would start to grow, especially for girls. They start growing taller until around 16 to 17 years of age. Then there are body shape changes. For example, a girl's hips will start to widen. Then hair growth in the pubic area as well as underarms, face and body, typically after or between 12 to 14 years old. Periods then start a few years after breast development, and often there may be a bit of clear or white discharge before the start of periods. Then when it comes to boys, the changes include a growth spurt. Your child's body parts start to grow, and especially for boys, they start growing taller until around 18 to 20 years of age. There's also growth in external genitals and minor breast development. There is hair growth under arms, face, and body, and then the production of hormone testosterone. stimulating the production of sperm, and your son may have some erections or even ejaculations. And if they happen during sleeping time, this may be called a wet dream. And finally, growth in the larynx or the Adam's apple, which leads to a deepening of their voices. And so here's what parents can do to help communicate to your child on those physical changes. Use social stories. Talk to them about the physical changes that's going to happen and what they can do about it. For example, breast development. Your child will need to wear a bra or a sports bra at the start. Use visuals. Show them the appropriate visuals of physical changes that will take place in their bodies. Guide them through this process and help them understand the changes in their bodies. If you would like to get the samples of social stories on body changes for girls or boys, you can head on over to our Autism at Home website to download these resources. Additionally, there are plenty of resources that can guide you in how to teach your child about puberty. Here are some of them that you can check out. Taking Care of Myself, a healthy hygiene, puberty and personal curriculum for young people with autism. The Care and Keeping of You, the body book for girls. The Care and Keeping of You 2, the body book for older girls. From diapers to dating, a parent's guide to raising sexually healthy children. Sex education for parents of children with autism spectrum disorder. In the next video, we will be sharing how to teach your child with autism to wear a bra. So stay tuned for it. Thank you very much for joining us today, and please do not hesitate to contact us if you need more personalized support. With the amount of interest we have received online, we have actually started providing international online services and have worked over the years with clients in other states of Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Philippines, China, Kuwait, New Zealand, and Switzerland. So do get in touch with us for more information by scanning this QR code. And if you haven't already, do check out our online resource platform, Autism at Home, which has all the lesson videos, corresponding articles, and downloadables available for you at an extremely nominal donation of just $1 a month. So do stay updated through our social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and especially Instagram. Do click on the subscribe and follow buttons to get more information. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you very soon.